Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. What's his message? Hi, Dan. All right.
Welcome to Tea Time with
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky.
This is super recent.
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I missed you guys. I really did. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I'm just posting this in right here. Let everybody know on Facebook that I am live. So welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I was not on last week. I took a birthday break. I got to tell y'all about that drama. So I missed you all. I really did. Last week, I want to thank you all. Well, Monday, actually, it's been a week. Thank you all for all the birthday wishes, the phone calls, the texts, the messages. I appreciate you all so much. Let me tell you, 55 came in with a bang. It came in with a bang. It was not playing with me. So I was a little out of commission, but God is good. I am here today. I'd like to thank all my Tea Time with Bunky followers and subscribers, everyone that have been with me throughout this journey, throughout these 4 years. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much for sharing, telling a friend, subscribing. That's how I am where I am today. That's how we are where we are today. So a little bit about Tea Time with Bunky. It's more than just a show, as you all know, who's been on this journey with me. It's a safe and welcoming space where everyone can share their stories and life journeys, from survivors and advocates to community leaders and everyday voices. As you all know, I say all the time, no story is too big and no story is too small. We talk about matters of the heart, we talk about social issues, and we talk about politics, my least favorite topic, but we talk about that because it's important. So it's a safe space. So I invite you to invite a friend to become a part of the community that believes in the power of sharing and healing together. So this week, a couple of things that's been going on. First of all, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Theo was my age, and most of us grew up watching the Cosby Show, and he was a great man overall. Like, you didn't hear any drama about this man. He lost his life tragically. And from what I'm reading, his daughter, he was trying to save his daughter when he was on his vacation. When they were on their vacation, he got caught up in a riptide. So rest in peace to him. I see it all over Facebook. I mean, it's all over Facebook. So a good soul loss. I don't know if I should go there. Rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne. I started liking Ozzy for his reality show. I'm a reality show head. So when his show, The Osbournes, came out, I started watching him and got to see a little inside of Ozzy. So rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne, who also passed away tragically. This last one, because I'm a nice person and I did like him once upon a time, I want to say rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. I used to like him. I used to watch wrestling in the 80s. That's when he was the Hulkster and whatever, before he turned bad. And once I heard about that racial thing he did when it leaked out, that's when I stopped rocking with the Hulk. And then he became MAGA, and then he just sold his soul to the devil, and I guess the devil cashed in his ticket early. So rest in peace to his family. Everybody has their own journey, put it like that. And that's just my feelings. It's Tea Time with Bunky. This is my opinion on that whole situation. Today, Ear signed, Ear, for those that don't know me, I don't like saying his name, but we all know who he is, signed an executive order making it easier to remove homeless people from the street. If these people had a place to go, they wouldn't be on the street, right? They wouldn't be on the street. So he's just making homelessness a crime. He's making black and brown skin a crime. He's evil. He's that's my opinion. Don't come for me, or if you want to come for me, whatever. But he just signed an executive order. It's a distraction. It's a distraction from the Epstein case, and we all know that. And we know that he released the classified documents on the assassination Dr. Martin Luther King, even though his family didn't want it. It's all distraction. Smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors. So that's what he's doing. Um, what else? Oh, and William McNeil Jr., for those that didn't see it, is a young man that was arrested and brutalized by the police. He was stopped for a crime that he didn't commit. They broke his window because his window is broken, and he was trying to talk to them. They wanted him to get out of the car when this man did nothing wrong. Needless to say, there's a lawsuit going on, and I hope he gets everything that he asked for. So, with all that said and done, I got that out. Woo! Tonight's special guest, we're joined by two men whose voices have not only graced the stages around the world, but have also echoed the call for grace, justice, unity, and love. Please help me welcome the Chestnut Brothers, Al and Ty, legendary artists, advocates, and visionaries, from collaborating with icons like Luther Vandross and Grover Washington Jr. to being honored as Goodwill ambassadors, musical messengers, princes of peace. Wow, those are some titles right there, you guys. These brothers have used their music to uplift hearts and transform communities. And tonight we're celebrating them and their legacy, and we're honoring their heart. A&E Music Group proudly presents their brand new release, a powerful rendition of the classic Sadie, originally by the Spinners, now reimagined as a deeply personal tribute. This version is not just a song, it's a celebration of life, a message of love and loss, and a thank you to every mother and maternal figure who has stepped in the gap, whether biological, adoptive, or spiritual. This song is for you, with breathtaking arrangements by Sebastian Coffey and vocals that will move your soul. Sadie honors their late mother and every woman who embodies nurturing love. So you can catch it on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, and major platforms. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Al Chestnut and Ty Chestnut. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. That was a lot, right? I wasn't
Thank
I
you.
wasn't here for a week. So. Can you hear me?
It's all good.
Oh, okay. All right. I had to get that out. So
Yeah, we can hear
welcome.
you.
How are you guys tonight?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. But there's still that delay. Yes, I can hear you.
The screen is freezing a little bit.
Huh? What happened?
We're good.
Okay. All right. So because there seemed to be a delay, let's just jump right into it. Okay.
No, you asking how are we doing, and I say we're good.
Okay. So you're good. So the brothers, we're gonna jump right into this. Okay. For those who don't know you, like myself and people listening.
Indeed.
What was that?
Is there someone else?
The screen is freezing periodically.
Yeah, like that was the problem before. I was saying what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know.
It seems to be some kind of.
Well, let me tell you, I live in an area. If you can hear me now, and those that are tuned in, I live in an area.
We can hear you clear as a bell.
Huh?
We can hear you very well.
Okay. I live in an area where in the summer it becomes extremely congested, right? And so that may be pulling from the internet. I'm looking at me on YouTube. So it could be pulling from the stream. Mm-hmm. So that could be the problem. So I'm sorry. Okay, but for those that don't know the Chestnut Brothers, in your own words, tell us a little bit about your journey and who you are.
Take it away, Al. You do it so well.
Take it away, Al.
Well, our journey at very young ages in Philadelphia. Ty was 14 and I was 12 when we did our first professional gig together. Prior to that, we were doo-wopping. Well, from the very beginning, he had joined the group, a quartet, when I was about 10 or 11. And then at the age of 12, he and I joined the group.
At 12?
Quartet originally.
Okay.
However, the rest of the guys in the group weren't nearly as serious as we were. So we did our first professional gig at the ages of 12 and 14. Moving forward, um, it became so frustrating because he and I would have to walk through after we moved out the neighborhood. We'd have to catch the bus, or either if we missed the bus, we'd have to walk for a couple miles through rival gang neighborhoods just to get to rehearsal. And then after about an hour, one of the guys had to leave to go take his girlfriend to the movies. Another guy wouldn't show up. So after about a year of that, Todd got frustrated and said he didn't want to sing no more. And as fate would have it, I heard Sam and Dave on the radio. And when I heard You Don't Know Like I Know, and they said Sam and Dave, a light bulb went off in my head. Well, wait a minute, it's just two of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Ty about it. Wait a minute, if it's only two of them, why don't you and I just try it with just you and I?
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after that, we heard the Righteous Brothers. It was only two of them.
Okay. Right.
Right? And we started shedding between, and a local band was looking for some frontline vocalists. The band was called the Girl Watchers. And that was our first professional gig with our own band.
Okay. Now, how old were
And
you? How old were
first
you?
road gig was in Washington, D.C., and we was off to the races after that. We were off to the races after that, basically, and just never looked back.
Okay. How did you find a band for the music at such a young age?
Ty was 14 and I was 12.
Right. So, how did you get the music?
Our influences started at much younger ages than that, because shucks, our dad played tenor saxophone, mom sang gospel. Our sister was the
jazz
vocalist for a local jazz quartet.
Okay.
So everything started for us, right at home,
Yeah.
And
like
for
it.
some reason, Ty disappeared on the screen. I don't know what happened.
No, he's there. He's there.
I can see me.
Yeah, he's there.
Well, I guess we're having different technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, but no, you're there. I see you. I see both of you guys.
And I see you.
Are you guys in this?
I'm asking my brother if he can see me now.
He looks frozen. I don't know. Are you guys in the same location?
Yeah, but different rooms.
Oh, because I was gonna say just go jump in the same room.
Yeah, he keeps freezing up.
Because Ty, your location seems a little bit better.
I can see him. He's moving now.
Yeah. All right. So while he's getting together, so you mentioned that your sister sang jazz, your mom sang gospel. So how did you guys discover your sound? How did you know what sound worked for you? Like the combination.
I guess we always had good ears, And our sister sang, our mother sang, our father played sax. So I guess that's how. Now we're together now.
There we go. I mean, I've had sisters on together like that. So that's better.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot better. So, but as brothers, okay. When did it click that you two really had something special?
Wow. I would say during the early stages of the doo-wops we were doing. There was let me turn the light on.
Okay. Yeah, that's so much better. This is so much better.
There was a brother from the neighborhood, the late Fred Cohen, may he rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And his group had a national hit record called Woman is a Man's Best Friend.
Okay.
And he saw the talent in us and took us under his wing and became like a vocal coach for us. And man, he was a funny guy. All right, you guys, ooh, 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 ooh.
Stay on your note.
Stay on your note.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And I would always slide off. Ty would be right on point.
Mhm.
Man, this little knucklehead, he just can't stay on his note. Al said it again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I said, ooh, 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 ooh. I would be all over the place, man. But this guy, he helped me, center myself. And we knew then that, we had the talent, and local radio station WDAS had a little talent contest at the time with Wonder Bread. And you turned in certain labels from your Empty Bread rappers. And somehow or another that tied in, and they chose people, and they chose our little group.
Okay.
Man, you couldn't tell us nothing. All the little girls in the neighborhood.
You guys did. I listened to your music. You do sound. You have a nice sound. You do.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You have good taste.
But you know what? I like music that's music. It's different today versus how it was. So like the old school sound, I like the old school sound. Like that's music to me. Like when people, not all that auto tone, and I'm not a singer, so I'm not bashing singers, but like you guys sing. You're not auto tuned, and you know what I'm saying.
We don't use none of that stuff.
So I can appreciate music.
I think it was
So
just overdone. It's
what's
nothing wrong.
overdone?
The old auto tune thing. Too. Once something becomes popular, everybody starts doing it. It's nothing wrong with auto tune.
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but
it can do way more than it was used for. That was
my problem with it is you sound one way on the CD or streaming, and then when you go live, you sound like me. Meaning I can't sing.
Therein lies the problem with a lot of these artists.
Yeah.
They're so quick, to make the money, but they don't invest the time and the woodshed to develop their craft.
Woodshed. Okay.
So
like
a blessing we had right from the beginning, starting with Fred Cohen, he helped us develop the the ability to not just sing, but to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
So shucks, by the time we were in our early teens, man, we were doing, thanks to Mom and Pops, shucks, we jazz, blues, the Top Hat and Cane thing, cabaret, fascinating rhythm.
That's going back.
Moonlight in Vermont.
Okay, you're too young to remember. You're too young. You're only 55.
I'm 55. What do you mean? I'm 55. I remember all that stuff.
I have to really compliment you. You don't look a day above 54. 54.
I can't with you. I cannot.
He's a good comedian. I guess you figured that out by now.
But I really didn't listen to a lot of like R&B and jazz and stuff like that growing up. I basically just listened to gospel, So that's
okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, you'll name people, and I know the names of a lot of the people. Heard some of the music, but not really.
Right.
Were you allowed to listen to it?
No.
In your home?
No. What? I grew up Apostolic Pentecostal. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay.
But as we got older, my aunts and all that listened to it, so I heard it, so Al Green and all them. I heard. Let me stop. This ain't about me, whatever. But no, I appreciate your music. Sadie. Okay, so your most recent, because that was released 2025. Sadie.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you redo that song? Like, why did you do that? What was the drive behind doing it? It's a nice song, by the way. I listened to it.
Thank you. Well, it actually wasn't our idea.
Who wanted to redo it?
A childhood friend of ours called us out the Clear Blue Sky.
Oh,
He,
okay.
he also sings, was an a cappella
Mhm.
group, and he had been trying to come up with someone to do Sadie in a
Mhm.
fashion what he described as putting the sauce on it.
Okay.
And he had tried several other people, including his group, and nobody met his expectations. So he called us out to clear the sky, having so much respect for our, our history, our artistry, our
Mhm.
catalog. Say, hey man, I would love for you cats, man, to try this. Um, it would be my honor. So initially Ty didn't want to do it
Okay.
because we had previously did you hear our rendition of Let's Stay Together, Al Green's classic?
Yes. I went to your page and I listened to. I went
Okay.
down the line.
Well, after having done an album back in '87, the Groovin' album for Missing Links, which was all cover songs, we just never had the inclination to do anything but our original music.
Mhm.
But Ty wasn't with it at all. And he said,
With
man,
covering a song.
yeah, we're doing
Okay.
Sadie.
Okay.
So long story short, he talked us into doing it.
Okay.
So we brought in, some of the people from our crew, production wise. And actually, this rendition is the second one we did. The first one was completed about 3 years ago, but for reasons that we would care not to discuss,
Okay.
we couldn't get it out. So we decided just to do another totally different version
Okay.
to not only pay homage to our own mother, but our co producer, mother had passed. Sebastian Kofi, the brother who did the arrangement, his mother passed. And
Okay.
unfortunately, she passed during COVID. And he's from the UK, but he's based in Istanbul, Turkey.
Okay.
And due to COVID, he was unable to travel because of travel restrictions.
Right.
He didn't pay his last respect to his mother.
Wow.
So this was a very, very special production for us to pay homage to not only our mothers, but as the press release states, mothers who fill that gap, stepmothers, aunts, older sisters, or whomever, else may filled in that gap.
Yes.
So therein lies, the backstory for that particular
Okay.
song.
So are
And
you happy now, Ty, that you covered
Oh,
that you
well,
guys
it was years later.
right?
So
How did you feel about it? No, let me rewind that. How did this song make each of you separately? How did doing this song make you feel? Like, what were your feelings behind it going into it? Like, what was your mindset?
I cried. I cried on the first one.
Hmm.
that's one reason why we wanted to do another one, because the first version, even though the arrangements was different, it was slow, it was bluesy, it was basically very emotional,
Uh-huh.
right? And we wanted to put a totally difference. Everybody who heard it made them cry. It's about everybody who heard it.
Uh-huh.
So we figured, well, let's put a totally different spin on this one.
Okay.
So it would be a celebration,
A happier feeling.
a happier type vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why if you heard the first one, this arrangement and the groove is totally different.
So how did Sebastian bring this arrangement to life? Like bring
Well,
the vision. Like, did
Sebastian,
you guys go into the studio and say, okay, this is a tribute to our mothers? We're gonna pour our heart and soul out. Well, not just to our mothers and all the mother figures out there. Like, was that the goal when you went in there? Like, y'all were thinking about everybody's mothers, sisters,
well,
cousins, aunts.
actually,
The song itself is about that. Yeah.
but
If you,
the second rendition of it was Sebastian's idea because we couldn't
Hmm.
get the first one out due to, as I said, reasons that we could not to discuss.
Right.
It was such an emotional push and pull for him, having not even been able to pay his last respects.
Hmm.
He was crushed when we couldn't get the first one out. So he said, "Look, man, let me just do another one with a totally different arrangement." on it.
Mhm.
I need for the song to come out. It meant so much to me to honor my mother.
Mhm.
Because after we couldn't get the first one out, Ty didn't want to be involved with it at all. It was Sebastian who encouraged us to do another one. He said, "Okay, you come up with an arranger," and he's a brilliant arranger. I mean, as you can hear. And we did a couple of tours together in the Middle East when we first met him, and the bond has just been stronger than dirt. For the past 15 years now. No, what I'm talking about, 25 years now.
99.
Yeah. Our first tour together was in Bahrain, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2000?
26 years ago.
Yeah. And then we did Cyprus together in 2004. But we remained in touch all those years, through Skype and then through WhatsApp. When I did my first solo single, You Touch Me in a Special Way.
No. But I'll go back to this.
We did a relaunch on that. We dropped my second solo single, Keep Shining Your Light, in January.
Okay.
And then my son thought it would be a great idea to do a relaunch of the first solo single, Touch Me in a Special Way, to follow that one, and then follow Sadie thirdly. Well, Sebastian programmed the music for Touch Me in a Special Way, which we originally released in October of 2013. So he just came up with the brother's a brilliant arranger, brilliant. And he
can pull it out of you. He can pull whatever is like, it's missing a little something. Sebastian can like pull it out.
And sometimes we give him suggestions.
Okay.
Right. And then we just, basically Ty usually comes up with 99.9% of our grooves. Okay. And then we'll assign what we call the skeleton that he creates.
Okay.
A programmer like Sebastian.
And then he really brings it to life.
Right. He embellishes it.
Okay.
So typically the arrangement starts 9 times out of 10 with this guy.
From him. Okay, Ty. Okay. Gabe from Finally TV wants to know, do you guys feel the creation process is better or worse now compared to your era in considering technology? So is the creation process better or worse?
I think that each era has its high points and low points too.
I would venture to say that the music isn't as organic now as it was,
No.
Due to the advent of, so many electronics, drum machines and stuff has put a lot of drummers out of business in terms of studio work. Our dear friend Earl Young, founder of the Tramps, just was honored with a street renaming in his honor
in Philadelphia.
Back in Philadelphia. And Earl played on a gazillion hit records during the Philadelphia International heyday. And he also came up with that. He's the creator of that 4 on the floor groove that actually started disco. With Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, The Love I Lost. That record, that's Earl Young with that 4 on the floor groove.
And the Francis stuff on the cymbal.
Right. Everything was organic then. You didn't need no click tracks, through your headphones. And we really missed those times. And just like you said, now you got auto-tune.
Yeah. And you got AI, because I could write a whole song on AI and
so
I
the
don't
process,
even need a person.
Even though it has involved technologically speaking, it's not as human. Too much of the human element gets lost in the process. That's why giving a shout out to our longtime co-producer and chief engineer, Paul Wycliffe. He's the third musketeer in our production team. Whenever we work with this guy, I don't care who programs the music, he always insists that we add some kind of live element to the track, just to make sure that we, maintain some sense of, organic flavor.
But I like to add though that even the most brilliant composers and artists, such as Stevie Wonder, Prince, they also use that technology in their music, along with what they naturally did. So it's
Right.
not really bad or anything.
Right.
It's just like auto tune. I think too many people do the same thing with it,
Right.
you know. And
Because you can hear, like back in the day, you can hear a beat or a sound and you knew who the artist was. Like
Mhm.
you will hear a song, be like, oh, that's Barry White. Oh, like you will hear, oh, that's Luther. You'll hear somebody's sound. But now people don't come for me. That's just my opinion. No disrespect to the artist. But now everybody sounds the same for the most part.
and that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
yeah, it's like, so um I don't know if, I mean, you guys are really nice about the answer to Gabe's thing about the creation process is better or worse. Um like I said, I'm not a musician. I'm not a musician. I don't claim to be one. But I think personally you guys' time was a lot better because the music it's just, it's that feeling music, that music that hits you to your core, like you could just feel the music. Like now it's just a lot of noise.
Well,
I'm sorry, musicians out there, but
that's the organic aspect that I'm referring to.
yes.
We like to
So
think that our music gives people eargasms,
it's
and it's difficult to replicate that sometimes with
yeah,
so much advanced technology.
yeah. It's out of control. Is
But
okay. So
like you
but
said
thank you.
about the AI thing, that's scary.
It's terrifying that for musicians, because people, they can take your voice, your sound, and just go with it, and people think that is you when in all actuality is not you.
Hmm.
Like I remember a couple of years ago, like people were fighting that, musicians were fighting that because they're not getting the credit for their work. And like I said, I can do a whole song, I can probably do a whole album, Tea Time with Bunky album, and it don't sing a note, compose nothing, and probably come a number one seller, and I
Right.
get royalties, and I did nothing, and that's not
Mhm.
fair, but
Or you can
it's
take
so
someone else, sample someone else's song that they created, right, and then rap on top of it. So is it, whose creation is it really? You see, now
yeah,
it's pros and cons in that as well, because the original creators
Get paid.
get paid
yeah,
if you do the licensing fairly.
right,
So
right,
some
and
people
that
dig it
happens
from old school and
everywhere.
some don't, you know.
And
Mhm.
MC Hammer, you can't touch this, was one of the first, and that record was huge.
Rich James Rick James pitched a big bitch at first.
Because he
Uh-huh.
didn't he
So
didn't
that was
pay
a Rick
me.
James. That was a Rick James.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't touch that.
Yes, yes, yes,
Super,
yes. It
super
was.
free.
Super free.
Yeah.
But when he started getting those big checks,
Who, Rick James? I bet
tried,
he
tried to give me a little more of it.
set them
So.
braids down then, didn't he? I bet he
yeah,
did.
yeah. So,
Okay. So we're done with that part. Okay. From you guys did the album. I listened to it. Stop the Violence.
mm.
To From Stop the Violence to your most recent song. Your music always seems to carry a message. So what is the purpose, or what is the purpose, and is it important to you to have like um music that's driven music that has a purpose and a message behind it? How important is that to you? Like I talk about the musicians today, like I gotta keep apologizing. I'm not a musician, so I can't, some of their music is just noise. There's no message behind it. It's like rah, 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 rah. There's nothing. There's no message. But you guys have messages behind your music. How important is that to you? Is that important to you?
Oh, it's critically important. We just um Ty and I was supremely blessed to have been created and raised by two parents who were both humanitarians. And it was their nature to pay it forward and help other people. So that's in our gene pool.
Okay.
Right. So once we start creating and then being raised in that Philadelphia environment, growing up on Curtis Mayfield, musical messenger, Smokey Robinson, music messenger.
Yeah.
Then Gamble and Huff, musical messengers.
In fact, that slogan was "There's a message in our music."
You see. So once we started writing, that evolution became natural for us, and quite naturally just drawn on life experiences, some positive, some negative, some happy, some not. Stop the Violence became our theme as a result of a near-death experience with my son.
Oh, wow.
My son was pistol whipped in an attempted carjacking. And by the grace of God, it happened literally right around the corner from one of the local hospitals, and he was able to escape. And once I arrived at the hospital and saw him laying on that gurney, as a parent, you never come all the way back from an experience like that.
No, I can't. Knock on wood. I can't imagine. I have 3 sons, and
have to go through that. But
yeah,
that's where we got the inspiration to write "Stop the Violence."
Do you think it resonated with people? Did it resonate with anybody?
Well, we had a line with a couple of local organizations.
And then that morphed into global recognition for it.
So, okay, you mentioned global, and that was a good transition. You guys have been honored as Goodwill ambassadors, princes of peace. Like that is like something right there. How has that global mission shaped? Huh?
Actually,
like what is
the first
that?
message song we wrote was "Brotherly Love."
Okay.
Again,
I saw that. I didn't listen to it. So what was Brotherly Love about?
Brotherly Love came about. I was walking down the street one day, going somewhere, and saw a friend of ours, childhood friend, may her spirit rest in peace, who had fell in hard times, got strung out on drugs, and started everything that came with that lifestyle.
Right. Life was lifing.
Right. So she had gotten herself together, got back on the wagon, and was doing well again. When I saw her on the street, she was back on the block.
Okay.
I said, oh, shucks. And I didn't want her to see me, so I ducked her and went the other way. And when I got home that night, I heard, now the next day, I saw her on the evening news. And what happened was her home had burned down. She had no home insurance, didn't have a job at the time, couldn't support her children. And that's why she had gotten back on the street. And I started crying. I felt so bad. And that night I heard Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins, which was dedicated to homelessness.
And isn't that crazy though, that I mentioned that thing that Trump just signed, that executive order to make it easier, to remove homeless people from the street? Because they don't have a clue what it's like. They say you're one paycheck away from being homeless. At this stage of the game, it's not even one paycheck. It's not even a whole paycheck.
There, but by the grace of God go I. So
exactly.
As fate would have it, we got with our co-producer Paul Wycliffe, and that was the first message song we recorded. And he said, "Man, I got an idea." He came up with the idea to sample Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech.
Okay.
As an intro. And
that's Brotherly Love?
Yep.
Okay, I'm definitely.
Love is the extended
you guys
version.
go to that website on the bottom. I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
So those who may listen to the Dream Mix, was the extended version. But long
Okay.
story short, moving forward, the National Union of the Homeless, who was based in Philadelphia, happened to be looking for a theme song.
Okay.
Heard Gully Love and went nuts.
Oh wow.
Mind if we adopted this as our national theme song.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a
Wow.
line
What a
in there that
blessing.
says, we can find a way to put man up on the moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
But can't house the homeless or feed the hungry. That line jumped out at them.
Ain't that something? Ain't that
And
something?
here again, as fate would have it,
Mm-hmm.
Phil Collins heard about their organization on his
Phil
world tour.
Collins?
Phil
Yeah.
Collins.
The Phil Collins? I can feel it coming in the air tonight, Phil Collins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
On his world tour, I don't know whether it was a No Jackets Required tour, whatever tour it was, the tour
Okay.
came through Philly.
Okay.
And when he came through, he invited the president, Leona Smith, and her assistant, Lee Valenti, to the concert.
Okay.
And they told him about our song and asked him what he might have, they brought us. And he said he would be honored.
Okay.
And we got a chance to
Oh, God.
come to the gig, hang out in the dressing room, chop it up with him, told him how part of his song inspired our song.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout that world tour, every concert he did, you could see people going around the stadium with buckets, collecting donations
For the homeless?
For the
for the
home.
homeless.
Yes.
And at the end of the gig, whatever that amount was, he matched that out of his pocket. And his record company doubled the amount that
Oh
he.
wow. Okay.
So you talking about a humanitarian and paying it forward.
Right.
And then we interspersed the story with the influence of Malcolm, Martin, Abraham, Martin, and John, all who were martyrs who paid the ultimate price for the sake of peace.
So where
debuted
did all that money go? Where did the money go?
to help homeless organizations around the world.
Oh, around the world. Okay.
So we debuted that song
Mm-hmm.
live for the first time at the Jazz Cafe in London. And then we debuted Stop the Violence for the first time live in Atlanta during the 96 Olympics. So
Okay.
those songs have special meaning for us
Wow.
both of them. But even though Brotherly Love seems to get pushed in the back of the bus, that was the
But
first
that was
Misha
the
song.
that was the catalyst. That was the originator right there, Brotherly Love. Oh wow.
We supported homeless organizations across the country and followed that with Stop the Violence.
And anti-violence also.
Yeah, anti-violence as well.
I'm definitely gonna go back and re-listen to that.
Mhm.
What after all these years though, what keeps you grounded? Like what and anchored in advocacy? What keeps that drive in you that wants to get that message out about the violence and the homelessness and
I guess it's who we are. Humanitarian.
We're just humanitarians by nature. You know, it's our inclination to pay it forward. That's how we were raised. You know, this isn't a suit that he and I put on to take off.
right. It's who you are.
Yeah, when you come close, you know, Ty and I have done so many rallies and marches and when Abdul, my son, first started walking, we started taking him to rallies and protests with us. So by the time he was 8, he was ready to go to the first one on his own.
Wow. So you instilled it in your family as
Yes.
I love it.
And
That's-
proud to say that, you know, at this stage in the game, he and I, we can't keep boots on the ground no more. You know, we ain't part of the over the hill game yet.
Yes,
Like you did, like I did my part already. Like let everybody else take up the mantle. We're done. We already marched and held up signs. I get it. All
But
they gotta do is play this.
Abdul, you know, is doing a marvelous job carrying on our legacy. And he's making his pops and his uncle very proud.
Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay.
and we get to speak to lovely ladies like you.
Not only is he the group comedian,
All right, Ty.
but he's the
All
biggest
right.
fan in the group too.
What happened?
I said, not only is he's the comedian between the two of us, but he's flirt boy also.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been flirted with today. Thank you. Make my day. Okay.
I can dig it.
Legendary collaborations. You guys work with music giants like Luther. Oh my God, you work with Luther, Grover Washington Jr., the Oak Ridge Boys. What's one unforgivable? You work with LL? You call him Ladies Love? You work with him?
Yeah.
Ladies Love Cool J. Oh, so there's no just a special genre. Y'all work with everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
And I mean, we were blessed to just hang out with some people who, and inspired us. Donny Hathaway was one of them.
Really?
Meet Donny, and
Yeah, he said he was going to record one of our songs.
have you heard Traveling On?
No.
Traveling On,
Write that down.
Donny came through Philly on matter of fact, we met Donny twice. First time when his first record, the Everything Is Everything album. And they came through town, and he came through town and just blew us away. It was a song called Sack Full of Dreams.
Okay.
And this set. When you get a chance, go to YouTube and check that out. That was 1971. And that song has been in our repertoire from then until now.
Okay.
It's a beautiful message song. He's got a dream for the world, kids playing safely in the street without being harmed, flying toy balloons and just being safe and loved.
Isn't it crazy how?
Philly, met him after the gig, told him how big of fans we were and how it influenced us. He said, "Man, do you guys write?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, why don't you come by my hotel tomorrow? Let me hear some of your stuff." So we came by the hotel and played, I think, 3 songs for him when the demo for Traveling On came on. That line, "These words were said to me at the tender age of 3 by dear grandma. Now she's gone." That line just floored him, and he started crying like a baby. Man, that line really hit me, man. It really filled me up. This one really filled me up, man. I like all y'all stuff, but this one really filled me up.
Wow.
I said, "Look, would you mind if I put this in my show? And I'm gonna take it on the road for about 6 months. And I would love to put it on my next album. Would that be cool?" I said, "Man, are you crazy? Hell yeah, that would be cool." "Well, what are you guys doing tomorrow?" Well, we don't know. Why don't y'all come to Stigma Sound and hang out with me? So that song, "You Were Meant for Me," he invited us to the session when he was recording the rhythm track for that one. So we just got a chance to hang with Donny for about 3 days. It was just
wonderful.
Man. Fast forward, he goes on the road. We on the way home from a gig one night, about 2:00 in the morning, and listening to music, and the DJ comes on and says, "This is a duet by the late great Donny Hathaway."
The late great.
And the late great Donny Hathaway.
And like we have rehearsed it, everybody in the car said, "The late great Donny Hathaway."
Yeah.
I had to pull the car over. I mean, it hit us like a bomb.
Yeah.
So he never got a chance to record Traveling On.
But the fact, though, that you guys knew it was coming, that's an honor also. That's
well, it's not only a special song because when we finally recorded it, we put it in our live show.
Okay.
Right? And it was such a great record, great song, man. And when our father passed, my late wife had a saxophone designed
2 years
with flowers and put it in his casket so Pops could take his horn to heaven with him. And the saxophonist in our band at the time needed a new horn and asked, "Will we allow him to play Pop's sax?"
And he's playing our father's sax.
So when he Traveling On, he's playing our father's sax on the record.
Oh, and, wow.
It's a very, very basic record that a lot of the gospel people would love.
I'm definitely going to pull it up.
The song has been played on airlines a lot, too.
And it's really probably our most popular international record. People in the UK, matter of fact, we dropped that. We finally recorded it and released it in 2003. And the label called us out to Clear Blue Sky this year and asked if we would allow them to reissue it on vinyl. And of course we agreed. So that
Yeah, I was
one
gonna say,
saved.
did you do it?
Yeah. Big record for us, internationally. Yeah. So
yeah, Jacob. I'm sorry.
I said, so that's the backstory of Traveling On. And we've sang it at several people's funerals since then as well, since our father's passing. And it always resonates.
And vigils, we're singing at vigils also.
Right. A young lady who was murdered in Philly senselessly. They called us out to do, perform at her funeral. We performed it there for her as well. And it's a very, very special song, in our catalog.
Trying to think, is that the song I added? There was a song that I added for one of your intros.
The first line is God is my best friend. He's a love supreme.
I think that was it. I think I added that because I was like, wait, this is gospel. Because I was listening, I was like, wait, this is a gospel song.
Well, see, that's just it. It's not really gospel. Billboard magazine did that.
Okay.
Then
you just giving homage. Okay.
Out, they insisted that they categorize that. Abdul said, don't categorize the record. This record has pop crossover written all over it. R&B stations would play it as well. No. It has to be in the category.
Okay.
So when we rolled it out, that's how it was introduced by the media and the press.
As a gospel.
As a gospel. But we would never shrink it just to that one genre.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah. So we're going to do a little fact or cap. What I was telling you about. But real quick, Jacob said that you guys have been performing for over 62 years.
Well, he has.
We're not trying to age ourselves, right? Like,
listen, it is such a blessing for us both to still be here. Ty.
Yeah.
Ty's a stroke survivor. We
God
kept
bless you.
under the radar, but he had a stroke back in 2010 and basically hung his microphone up from live performance since then, even though he's still active writing and production wise. So I've been flying solo ever since then. That's what he said. I have for 62 years, but we've been in the business for 62 years.
62 years. Okay. All right. So the first fact or cap. So the Chestnut Brothers started out as a gospel group. Fact or cap? Is that true or false?
False.
Okay. All right. Okay. You performed in over 20 countries?
False.
Fact or cap?
8.
How many?
8.
You performed in 8 countries. Okay. Look, this is how we get information, like, is this true or false? Okay. Next one. One of you almost became a school teacher instead of a musician. Fact or cap?
Cap.
Okay. So I don't know where that came from. Okay, that's well, we know it's not true. Nobody else out there would have known, like maybe they did. But hearing your story, you guys started singing since you were like 12 and 14. Of course, that. Okay, and the last fact or cap. More music is coming 2025, 2026?
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay. That's a fact. Okay, so all caps, one fact. Okay, got it. Now, so the evolution. So Ty is stepping back from performing. How is the transition for you?
In what respect?
Well,
for
Ty, yeah, like how's the transition?
Well, creatively, it wasn't difficult at all because throughout our run, we both done solo things. Like back in the 70s, he wanted to. He just called me one day at Cleveland Sky and said, "Look, man, I want to take 2 years off and just focus on writing and production."
Okay.
So why don't you just go solo for a minute?
How did you feel when he said that to you, though?
I was cool with it because I
Okay.
knew that we weren't breaking up.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
taking a sabbatical to do something different.
Right.
And then, there were times when he would get solo gigs because Ty plays guitar also.
Oh, okay.
He
Y'all are
got an
just
offer.
a musical family. Like it
Yeah,
just.
he got an offer to go out to Boulder, Colorado, and do some stuff with some people out there. Without me, I got a chance to do the Miss Black America pageant without him several years in California.
Well, I snuck in there.
He snuck in there the third time I did it.
There's a Miss Black America pageant?
Yeah, I was the musical voice for the Miss Black America.
You don't remember the Miss Black America?
Well, I remember who, Vanessa Williams?
No,
I don't remember that it was separated. And you know what? And that's really disgusting to me. I get so offended by things like I get so offended. And I don't know why. I don't know why I get offended. This is America. This is what
I'm disgusted by hearing the first Black person to do this. All of that should be erased by now.
It should, but you know what? But the current administration and the people that think like that, this is my show. I can say what I want. They're such racists that's what they do. People don't call it out. Like call a chicken a chicken. He's a racist. And his administration, they want to divide. They want. I don't want. This isn't political. We're not even going to do this because I get so stressed out when I talk. Not only Jacob is going to put y'all information out there. Not only have they been the entertainment business for 62 years, they're also community activists, making music during this period. School system was integrated. Oh, so y'all were making music and stuff during the integrations of the schools, performing during the Depression days, 60, 70, early considering. Oh, wow. You guys, wow.
Well, we actually started when we were in diapers.
Okay.
When the doctor spanked us, we sang instead of crying,
Well, you guys were young. You were 12 and 14. You guys were still young. You were singing while your voices were changing.
Well, that's when we did our first professional gig at those ages. We started, I think I was 6. And I started singing, and this little girl, Joanne Lewis, my brother Davey Lewis was my best friend, and I was sweet on the sister. And he bribed me with Mike and Ike's and Good and Plenty's back then. Where you want to talk to my sister, you got to buy me a box of Good and Plenty. So he made sure she was sitting at the window, and I'd come from the store with the candy. I'm trying to say her there. I was so bad for her, I couldn't talk to her, so I tried to sing my little song.
For some Mike and Ike's, you sold out.
Yeah, but what about the Time Thumb wedding you was in?
Yeah, I was a little Time Thumb wedding. I think I was 5. And Marilyn Emery, that was my little sweetie then. It's amazing I can remember these little girls' names. Yeah.
Well, I remember my crush. I was about 5. I remember my crush when I was 5. Yeah.
Well, Pops played Take 5 by Dave Brubeck. I remember I was 5 years old. I'm sitting there listening, patting my little foot, sitting next to Pops, and we grooved. It intrigued me, the interplay between Dave Brubeck's keyboard and Paul Desmond's saxophone. So I think I was 5, then Ty was 7. And we was digging jazz even at those young ages. So by the time we started, that's what I'm saying, we were so far advanced than a lot of younger artists.
Right.
In terms of the scope and the versatility of what we did. Misty, Moonlight in Vermont, Fascinating Rhythm. Then you would see the guys Satin Dial with the top hats and canes and Cabaret. We were doing all that kind of stuff, in our early teens. Just learning how to perform and work the stage, and as Frankie Beverly used to like to say, how to pimp the mic.
May he rest in peace.
That's what's missing from these. Matter of fact, I just talked to one of our associates earlier today, and we were talking about that. How many of these young guys, I'm not going to say who the artist was, that came to Philly last week, and They have got one hit record, but for the first 20 minutes leading up to that particular record, their stage presence left so much to be desired. They didn't know how to entertain the people. Basically,
No, it was a hot mess. Hot mess.
You know, we've always tried to be learning trees for artists younger than ourselves, just as the people's shoulders on whom we stand were learning trees for us.
Right.
You know, and the OGs should pay it forward, you know, respect and try to help the younger artists whenever possible.
Yeah, they should, but the younger people need to pay attention too. They need to listen because they don't know it all. Like the people that have done it before, you guys know what works and what doesn't work. So they need to listen. And then it won't sound all crazy like it does, you know.
Very.
Wisdom comes with time and experience.
You
know,
right.
Just sit down and learn from someone who's already done it.
Well, the problem is they act like they know it all. They know it all. So it's like no wisdom is coming. That's it. They think they know it all. They get on my nerves. I can't.
It's so
sometimes
sad. So sad.
It
Many of
really
them
is sad.
are given so much so soon that they don't understand.
They don't appreciate the struggle, like Jacob just alluded to. We came up doing some really, really rough times. I mean, you had that thick skin.
Right.
Be in this business, not only to be in this business, but just to survive.
Right.
You know, those are the experiences that have carried us, you know, throughout this journey.
But there's been a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of fun. You guys seen some things. I'm sure you've seen some things out there.
Yeah,
on the roads, you know. And the younger generation music people coming up or whatever, they can learn a lot by reaching out to people like you, sitting down with you and picking your brain, you know, like just, you know, help me with this. How did you do this? Or what does this look like? What if I switch this? And like I said, I'm not a music person, but coming from a music person going to a music person that's seasoned, I think they would benefit a lot. That's just my personal opinion.
Oh, no question about it.
You know, so they really have to do better because they're ridiculous. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
Okay.
But I want
soon.
So it's an hour show. It's an hour.
That's how you do. You bring me on for 1 measly hour.
I told you I wasn't gonna keep you guys long. I told you that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep you.
I remember
what is a message? Huh?
When you started the show, you were naming the people who had passed away. And we found out today that Chuck Mangione also died.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I don't know who he is. He played an instrument.
He played what was the name of that song he had?
He played trumpet.
Yeah, he had a big hit.
Yeah,
it goes
me right
da 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 da. It feels good, something like that.
Matter of fact, the bass player in our very first band played on that record with him, Alfonso Johnson.
When you
worked with some brilliant musicians throughout our career, many of whom went on to higher heights. Yeah.
So rest in peace to him. Yeah, I saw that like right before I came on. I'm like, I don't know him. But as you guys were like, I probably did.
It's been used on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look him up. This has been a crazy week. Like this has been a pretty sad week. Wow.
This whole year has been crazy. I mean, so many artists, you know, these past few years have really been rough for us as time and age catches up with all of us. So many artists that we've been blessed. We've admired and blessed to, you know, perform and record with, just checking out left and right.
Yeah.
So that's why we were just trying to stay as active as possible. And big shout out to, you know, Jacob and Nicole at, you know, Exquisite PR. They've done a great job of trying to.
I always thank Jacob for sending me people. He always looks out. So I appreciate him.
I also want to give a shout out to Don Frison, Sean Shearer. It's a wonderful company that they have called You Own It. It's part of the 360 International Clean Money aggregation, and they support many, many independent artists.
Mm-hmm.
The hip hop section is for artists whose only accepted that their music is clean.
Okay.
They're allowed to title clean money music.
Clean money. So clean is like not a lot of profanity
No,
and
no profanity,
violence and
no violence, no denigrating on women. And
I like that. I like that.
the portal is called You Own It.
Okay.
UHONIT. You Own It. It affords the artist the opportunity to own their music.
Okay.
Keep ownership. The profits is split extremely fairly, where the artist keeps the majority
Mm-hmm.
of whatever income is generated from the sales on their portal.
And it has to be clean music.
It has to be clean music.
Okay.
So we're trying to find a way to synergize the evolution of the connection with Exquisite PR, AE Music Group, and
Mm-hmm.
You Own It. And Jacob, and I brought Jacob into the loop to have a very, very meaningful conversation with Sean Shearer last week.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some really interesting irons in the fire right now for the rest of this year, and I'll be healthy enough to start touring again soon. So we coming to a city near you, wherever you
I doubt
are.
if you come into Sullivan County. Like I doubt it. Nobody comes to Sullivan County.
When I say you, I mean everybody listening.
Yeah. And people, you know how this goes. People catch it after the fact. You know, like a lot of people that missed the live, they catch it after the fact. So yeah.
We get a lot of feedback on that, man. You put these records on, man. When are you gonna be touring again? You know, very soon.
Okay.
I've been doing some health issues that I've kept under the radar also, but here again, just to still be here, you know. My brother survived the stroke. I survived my health issues. My son is a cancer survivor. He's still here. So God is great, you know.
Yes, he is. He is. So what final message, each one of you, before we go, a message that you want to leave to the viewers that's going to catch this after the fact? Like what's something, a message you would like to leave with my viewers?
My message to everyone is just to keep shining your light, which is the title of my new solo single.
Oh,
keep
that was a nice plug. That was a nice plug.
That's a good message.
Yeah, pay it forward, you know, when you can.
Right.
Shake a hand, make a friend.
I co-sign that.
Co-sign it. Yeah. Just be kind, right? Just be kind, because you don't know what somebody's going through. And that one kind word could just like change their day. Or that one negative word could break them. So it can go either way. You know, like
be the change you want to see.
Exactly. So I thank you guys so much. Like I said, don't go nowhere because I need information from you in a minute. Thank everybody that tuned in or going to tune in to this show afterwards. Make sure you like, share, follow, and subscribe to Tea Time with Bunky. Airs every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can also catch me on Pandora Radio, Stitcher, Spotify, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Pocket Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Cashbox, and Amazon Music. So be sure to tune in next week at 7 p.m. Thursday. Tell a friend. DJ Lisa Love is next week. It's going to be a great conversation. So I appreciate you all so much. And I will see you next week. Be kind. Say something nice. Bye.
And keep shining your light.
Keep shining your light.
Peace and blessings.